I am Couchgoop and welcome to my Sackboy Epic Adventure review on the PlayStation 5. A few alarm bells with this one. It's got nothing to do with Little Big Planet other than its aesthetic, right? So you've got no level builder, the outfits are interchangeable, and some of the designs within level you've seen before in Little Big Planet, but none of that user-generated content or adjustments much on that camera. It does boast 4-player couch co-op, however, and that's why I want it reviewed. It is available on the 5 with some boost. One thing I will say is this just doesn't shout PlayStation 5 on a visual level. I'm playing Ratchet & Clank at the moment, and crikey, and I did think that this was a PlayStation 5 exclusive. It was shouted about a lot at launch, I seem to remember, but I gave it a wide berth because I was too interested in some of the more adult content. But this is a great little family platformer. Just don't be under any illusion that it's got the diversity that the Little Big Planet series had, which is in a lot of my 5 more videos. I'll dig out the links, and they're just amazing games with lush voiceovers and really cool boss fights and varied enemies. With this, it's very much locked, and things are pretty detailed and colourful. A lot of the textures are amazing, material looking, the grass is pretty epic, and it kind of uses the joypad and haptics motion control quite well. It's also just seen a big price drop. Just like Hot Wheels Unleashed, this thing's gone down to like 30 quid on store now, and you'll see it pre-owned for a lot cheaper. It's worth 20 quid totally as a cool little 4-player platformer. For me, it feels like it's directly competing with Super Mario 3D World, which is identical on a gameplay front to this, and also 4-player, and the characters offer a little bit of change in regards to their moves. That's the thing, Nintendo's world building in that game is industry leading, and this has got such a difficult job to try and stand out on that front. But of course it's over on the Sony side, and is there anything with that much detail here already? Certainly not on the PlayStation 5. As far as 4-player couch co-op split-screen games go on the 5, you've got Dirt, The Amazing Borderlands 3, and that Tiny Tina Wonderlands, and of course this. So that's not terrible, that's probably worth a list. I want to see probably an official Little Big Planet game with all of those cool construction ideas in it, and the fact that those levels move that camera around, change things up a hell of a lot more than this does. It feels like an overworld map all the time. The movesets and combat are not really that different from the Little Big Planet series, giving you a jump and a melee and a roll and a sort of jump dive thing, which is pretty crazy, and it doesn't hold back on giving you quite a lot of adversaries to get through, which is really cool. Introduces them to you early. Tearaway, a game that came out on the Vita and of course the PlayStation 4 and 3, is also very similar to this and worth a look. Just an adorable art style, and you don't have to put up with all that Sackboy nonsense. Not being mean to Sackboy, but that's kind of all this is. I knew there was an issue because I went in to buy this and I was like, can I get the new Little Big Planet game on the PlayStation 5? And they're like, what are you talking about? You mean Sackboy, you nutsack? And I was like, oh right. And thinking this is a borrowed franchise, you know, slapped onto what was probably made within Little Big Planet 3's engine. But now it's not £60, and it does both 3, 2 and 4 couch co-op. It is a cool platformer to have on the system, and it's very accessible to everybody. The noises and the sounds and the colours are just going to open the eyes of some of your youngest, so it's definitely worth having on board if people get bored. Some of the detail is pretty cool with the sort of drop-in balloon system. If you run another player off screen, it is very focused on making sure everybody doesn't have too tough a time and the puzzles aren't rocket science, and everything has a really nice cute shine on it. It's just that entry price was quite difficult, but now we're in a cooler place. You can have Hot Wheels and this for under 40 quid, even less on a pre-owned front, and they both have some pretty cool PlayStation PlayStation 5 boosts. This is just a complete pegged 60. The whole way through there is no let go of those frame rates whatsoever. And that detail, I'd like to see it at a 4K resolution. I think we've got some very healthy super sampling in there on some of the detail, and that depth of field looks pretty awesome all the time. But as I say, Ratchet and Clank Rifts Apart has changed everything for me when I look at that machine and what that power can do. And that'll be coming up on the channel soon, so stay tuned. See you then.